How's it going, everyone? In case you missed it, a few days ago, Karl Marx's grave was vandalised with red paint and a hammer. Now, I don't agree that it's a good idea to go and vandalise people's graves, even if they are absolutely horrendous individuals such as Karl Marx. However, the reaction from the far left has been pretty much what you'd expect. So I want to go over just one of those reactions, a reaction from a Susan Moore over at The Guardian Australia, just to see what she has to say about the matter.
Before we continue, for some amazing karma, please check out Subscribestar, where for as little as $5 a month you can support my work and help save Western civilization.
They can deface Marx's grave, but they'll never erase his ideas. Which is technically true, because his ideas are written down and they've been spread all over the world. They're all over the internet, they're in books, they're in videos, all over the place. So we can't erase the ideas. They've permeated through the culture to the point where we can't get rid of them for now. But that's not a good thing. They are terrible ideas that really need to be forgotten as soon as possible. So we see we've got just a picture here of the grave that says architect of genocide, I believe, which is an accurate statement. He is the architect of a genocidal ideology. The defacing of Karl Marx's grave in Highgate Cemetery is truly shocking. I'm not sure why it's shocking, given that we're living in a day and age where defacing monuments of, I don't know, Confederate generals is okay. And what about statues to James Cook, the man who didn't quite discover Australia, but was the first Englishman to map the continent and report it back to the Queen? So, I don't know if it's all that shocking. It's not a good thing, and we really need to stop this kind of act, but here we are. Red paint can be removed, but the hammer attack can't be reversed. Which is ironic, given that the symbol of communism is a hammer and a sickle, don't you think? Do you know what can't be removed? His ideas. The idiots have written architect of genocide. Marx never held any political power. I don't think she quite understands what an architect is. You see, an architect designs the building, they don't actually build it. Karl Marx designed the ideology that is communism, and that has resulted in over 100 million deaths, but the fact that he didn't actually build a communist regime seems to mean he's innocent, according to this woman. The graffiti also talks of Bolsheviks, although Marx was long dead before their rise. Do you know who else was long dead before the rise of people who implemented their ideas? None other than Jesus Christ. He never led a church, he had a number of disciples, and he went around and preached his ideas in the way that he could at the time before the printing press, but he never held power or influence in an actual official church. Does that somehow mean he was any less influential, or he's any less responsible for the ideas of Christianity? I don't think so. So that is just really a silly thing for her to write there. Yet, these incoherent fascist morons have sprayed ideology of sterving on part of Marx's grave. Misspelled desecration sums up this act. I found this sentence interesting. So as you can see, I prepared the article earlier. But what I've done, I've gone and found the picture of what she's talking about. So you can see, here's Karl Marx's grave. He's got a big ugly head up the top there, and the vandals have written Memorial to Bolshevik Holocaust. It's accurate. He did actually create the ideas that led to the Holocaust created by the Bolsheviks. We've got 1917 and 1953. 1917 would be referring to the Bolshevik Revolution, and 1953 is the death of Stalin. They've written 66 million dead. I'm not sure why they wrote 66 million dead, given that the numbers are probably well over 100 million. I just say 100 million because it's easier, but this seems like a bit of an underestimate. Now, what she's talking about here is the writing that says ideology of, and that says starving. very clearly that says starving. I know maybe you could argue that this looks a little bit like an E, but come on. It says starving, and it's accurate given the fact that communism has created a number of famines, including the Ukrainian Holodomor and the famines that occurred due to Mao Zedong's Great Leap Forward. What wonderful, wonderful results. You cannot vandalize an idea, but you can look stupid trying, just like you can look like an absolute idiot defending the ideas of someone who is widely reported to be a terrible individual who did some very, very horrible things while he was alive and wrote some horrid pieces in certain papers calling for essentially violent overthrow of government, among other things. So yes, you can't vandalize an idea, but you can definitely look stupid trying to defend it. So Suzanne says that she wants to pay her respects to his grave sometime soon. I previously said that I don't think it's a good idea to go and vandalize graves like this. It would be a lot more productive to hand out leaflets, letting people know exactly how many individuals have been killed by Marx's ideas. However, paying respects to the man known as Karl Marx is also fairly idiotic and almost psychopathic, if you ask me, given the results of his ideology. So she wants us to go and see, and she says, do go and see Marx's grave when it is cleaned up. How about no? I hope you enjoyed the video, share the truth around, and I'll see ya when I see ya.